What up, everybody? Esoteric Eddie here. Namaste. Today's guest is truly a celebrity, a popular guy all across the internet for doing stunts and all kinds of crazy things. He's a member of the Zackass crew. We're going to talk about a lot today, his journey with sobriety, how he got discovered by Zackass, and apparently his hobby and passion with ghosts as well, and so much more. Everybody, please welcome the man himself, Zackass.
What's up, dude? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Pretty good, dude. I just got back from ghost hunting in Nevada.
Damn.
That was really terrifying.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be back in LA.
Yeah, absolutely. So how'd you get into like ghost hunting and that kind of stuff?
So, I mean, it all started like when I had some paranormal experiences when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, so what happened was I grew up in a very like Christian household, and we were like told not to like mess with like any like occult stuff or anything, or we're not supposed to play with the Ouija boards and stuff like that. And like, so my sister, she went over to a friend's house, and she had her friend had a Ouija board, and they were messing with it or whatever, and then they said they heard like this evil laugh, and they started like freaking out, and they came back to our house, and they're like, they're crying, and we're like, what happened? Like, what is going on? And then they're like, yeah, we heard this evil laugh, and like, while we were playing with the Ouija board, we knew we weren't supposed to do it. And I was like, the first thing that came to my head was like, dude, we have to burn this thing. Oh, and like, dude, and that's like literally, I found out later, it's like the number one thing you're not supposed to do with the Ouija board. Or like a spirit board or whatever.
Do not burn.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Wait, how old were you at this time?
I was probably in like 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 33.
Okay, I'm 31, so
yeah,
we're right around the same age.
Yeah.
Shit, okay. Was it the Toys R Us one?
I don't know what they had, or if it was like just like a spirit board or an actual Ouija board. But they were freaked out. So we have it. So like I went and got it, and like we were like, okay, we're gonna burn this way. I put it in the fire pit that's in our backyard, and like I'm pouring gas on it. I'm like spraying it with brake parts cleaner. I'm doing all this, like putting all this flammable stuff on it. It will not burn, dude. It won't burn at all. Like it took like half an hour for me to get it to start on fire.
No way.
And then finally it catches on fire, and it starts burning, and then like all the embers from the fire, like from it burning and everything, just like turn into a little face. and it kind of looks like it had like little devil horns, and then it like there was like a breeze, and it like picked up and like just floated away, and like we're all like, what the fuck is going on?
Face is just floating away.
Yeah, and then it just like disappeared. And then after that, some like paranormal stuff happened in my house. Yeah.
Dude,
like,
all kind of stuff. I love this kind of stuff, man. I grew up like this too. I grew up in a Christian and Catholic home.
Yeah.
And same thing. We played the Ouija board when I was like in middle school, and was told not to. Like, it was a part of the reason why I also went down this whole path of like esotericism, occultism, and but yeah, what other things started happening for you?
So there was. So one night I was just like taking a shower, and I felt like someone put their hand on my back. And it was terrifying. And it freaked me the fuck out. And then
old ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
Let me help you out here.
Yeah.
Fucking.
And I was like trying to write it off. Like, oh, it must have like been like a shift, like maybe I had the window open, like a shift of wind, like something. And then like I'm like in my room playing video games, and my sister's in the bathroom, and I hear her scream, and she like doesn't tell me like what happened. I was like, why did you scream?
Yeah.
And then like like later, and a couple days go by, happens again, and then I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
And she was like, it felt like someone like touched my back. And I was like, what the fuck? And it just scared the shit out of me. And then like, I don't know, like there's really like the other things was just like they're like we had a basement like in our house. I grew up in Indiana.
Yeah.
And like my basement was just super creepy. It always sounded like sometimes it would sound like someone was like walking up and down the stairs like in the basement, and that was like really creepy. And then I had like some different
Whoa.
fuck was
What
that?
the fuck? Yo, some weird shit just happened behind the camera. Like, what was that? It looked like, I think the blind just slid down.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, it was just like, you know, some weird stuff, like, you know, just typical basement stuff. But,
Yeah.
and then like, I mean, other than that, like,
Did you ever
Yeah.
hear like voices? You ever hear voices?
never heard any voices or like saw anything.
Nothing. Oh, they just
It was just like
weird-
some little things like that.
Yeah.
Like, but then like later on in life, like it was probably like when I was in high school, like around senior year. Like my friends, like we were watching Ghost Adventures and stuff a lot.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, like what if we went and like tried to find some haunted places that are around us?
Yeah.
And like, you know, what if then I had been, you know, I filmed a lot of stuff when I was younger too. I had a bunch of viral videos when I was younger, like just doing Jackass type stuff.
Yeah.
That's how like the whole video thing started for me, was because of Jackass and just being inspired by that and then wanting to film crazy stuff. And I was like, well, this will be pretty crazy. Like, let's go like find some haunted place and like film it. And like see if it's haunted or not. We didn't have any like actual gear other than the cameras.
Just some old school fucking
Yeah, because like
mom's camera and shit.
I wouldn't even know where to like find like ghost hunting gear at that point in my life.
Right. What the hell?
But yeah, so we went and like we took like some Polaroid cameras too to like see if we could find like get orbs and stuff like in the pictures, like and
Probably the only thing people had back then was like baby monitors.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like just put a baby monitor around, like, are you there?
yeah. And we found this one like old boys' school that was like that was abandoned. It got like abandoned for like some reason. I forgot why. But it shut down, and it said it on like we looked up like haunted Indiana, and there was just that was like one of the places, and we went there, and it was like super overgrown. There was like a 1/4 mile like driveway like to get up like to the place, and it was, you know, it was locked up, so you couldn't actually just walk in, and we had like hop this fence and stuff, and we had to park in like a different neighborhood and like walk over there. But we get over the fence, we're walking, and then we're just walking on this driveway, this really long driveway to get up there. And like when we started walking, it's out of nowhere, we just heard this like dog. Like we could hear like a dog's collar, and it sounded like a dog was like running up like from behind us. And we were like freaking out, so we all just start running, you know, and we get there, and we finally get to the front of the building, and like there's no, like, we get to the front of the building, and we think the dog just ran away, because like we're all like, we never really thought anything of it, but we kept going back there like multiple times, and that would always happen. And like the second or third time, I was like, dude, like where is this dog at? Because like we could hear it.
So it's like a ghost dog or something.
We like turned around, like I turned around like one of the times, and I was like, dude, there's literally nothing behind us. And that was like terrifying.
Oh shit.
But we got like some orbs and stuff in there. There wasn't really any like crazy activity inside. And then sometimes we would just end up smoking weed or something like on the top of the building, you know.
Like, yo, all right, ghost, you want us to smoke? Like, chill out, dude.
Yeah.
So you're still doing it now? I mean, after all these years, like about how many times a month do you go and do this kind of stuff?
It's just sort of every once in a while right now. I mean, I have a bunch more gear. Honestly, after this most recent one though, I'm like sort of rethinking like how much I want to do it, because it was a lot scarier this time than any previous time, because it was also a little bit different, because like I had to stay I actually had to stay there, you know, and it gave me like a different like like a new respect for like the people that actually stay in the place that they're are like investigating like overnight. Because like when we walked in, it was like, okay, this is like kind of the energy is a little off in here, you know.
You
It was
can
like,
feel it, man. You can feel it, like when it's there.
yeah, and it was yeah.
So what actually happened this time that made you think like, all right, you know what, fuck this?
It was just like, because I have this thing called the ovulus. It's like it's pretty much a word bank that if there's like, it works off environmental changes, which would be like spirits, you know, like, so like that, and they can like choose words to say, and you can like ask any kind of question. It doesn't have to be like yes or no or whatever. It can be that, but you can also just ask, like, you can have a straight up conversation if they're like willing to.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes like nothing will happen. Sometimes it'll say stuff.
So it's like Google Translate, but for ghosts?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And it was
maybe
just,
he's Chinese, bro. Dial it. You know?
like, we filmed a video for it. I don't want to divulge like too much from what happened, but like we were having like some straight up conversations with some people that seemed to have passed there, and it was kind of it was just like really scary, dude. It was not.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, and then like my friend Hex that I was investigating with, also that he was there on the investigation. He got like, he felt like he saw something like behind me when we were filming, and that was like pretty scary. Yeah.
That's my worst fear. Like, you know, being at home and like trying to film like a little video and then like play it back later and there's a fucking like ghost behind me or some shit.
Yeah. Well, like that's the thing. Like that would scare me even more. Like after looking at the footage,
like,
and like,
oh, it was like there the whole time.
Yeah. And like also this place is a clown motel, so there's like, and they have the room painted like all crazy, because I guess like the story behind it is like we stayed in the most haunted room.
Yeah, you and your girlfriend.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend stayed in the most haunted room, and it was like, so before that like, I guess someone was either killed in the room or they died in the room. Some people had died in the room, so they didn't have that room like as a room in the hotel, and it was just like a storage closet. But other people that were in the hotel on each side of the room, like when they were renting out the other rooms on the sides of it, they would like end up like complaining to management, like the people in this room are like being really loud, like they're like, you know, like all night, and then they would be like, there's no one in that room. Like,
sorry to tell you, dude, nobody's in there.
So they open it back up, and then like, you know, like Ghost Adventures have been there, a bunch of other people have been there. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Like, and I guess it's also like an old mining town. It's like, it's in Tonopah, Nevada. It's like, there was like a mining accident that happened. Yeah. A bunch of people died. And there's a cemetery right next to the hotel.
Oh, it's just got everything right there.
Yeah.
I've heard two separate stories of people seeing ghosts, and both of them were described as like people from like the 1800s. Like, yeah. For some reason, it's always like people from like the 1800s or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, it was really, yeah, it's pretty much like that, like, because, I mean, those, like, the people, I think this was like it was like literally like 1903, like when this, or around that time when this accident happened. What? 1911. Okay, it was 1911.
Crazy time.
But there's some people in the cemetery there from like 1903 and on or whatever. Yeah. And yeah, there was, but yeah, we kept getting a couple different names they were coming through. Yeah. And then it also came through on the Ouija board that we had.
No way. So you were playing the Ouija board out there too?
Yeah. And then when we went out then it was kind of crazy, because when we went out to the cemetery, it kept saying the same name. So like,
what were their names?
Yeah, so like,
what were the names? If you can share.
Yeah. One of them was Rhonda. What was the other one? It was oh my gosh. And also it kept just referring to one of the. Yeah, it kept referring to one of them as M. Yeah, just the letter M, which was really weird because, okay, first off, like when using okay, on the Ouija board, getting just one letter or something is pretty normal.
Okay.
But getting it on the Ovilus also, just the one. I've never gotten just the letter M like by itself.
You got it on both of them.
Yeah, I got it on both of them, and that was really scary. And
So what are your thoughts on like the Ouija board? Because I played it when I was a kid, and I feel like it was placebo. But like, have you like really felt it like moving?
Yeah. I mean, also it's just like, you know, you gotta like trust who you're using it with, you know, and like if you're like I don't really know like the science behind it or any of that, or if there even is any science, you know, like, or if it's just like I don't know. I think if you're wanting it to work, it can. Yeah. You know, I think it's something like that.
That's kind of what it all is, really. Like I've written a few books, and one of them is about consciousness and you know, and multi-dimensional reality and quantum physics and stuff like that. And it's all kind of like that. Like even the reality that we live in is it's an interface where we get what we put in. It's all kind of like that. So even the paranormal side of it is more so like that. It's like the more you give it, the more it's going to give to you. Yeah. And that's why like in my house, it's funny we're talking about this because like I actually just had a kind of a ghost experience the other night. I'll tell you about it in a second, but my girlfriend, she's super spiritual. She has no problem interacting with, you know, other entities and ghosts and shit like that. But me, I'm like, stop doing that shit. I grew up with all that, and like, I don't want to like really be around that kind of stuff just because it's a nuisance. It can be a nuisance, you know? Yeah. But I understand how like the science basically behind it is like the mind is a powerful thing. And ghosts and paranormal things, they're coming from what I would describe and what Carl Jung would describe is like the collective sub-psyche, right? It's like we all interface in the collective consciousness, but there's also a collective sub-psyche. It's hard to fathom, but it's kind of like this like back, you know, this underlyingness to everything, and that's kind of like what we're interacting with. Yeah. To briefly state the science behind it, and there's a lot of things that have come out to corroborate that, and I've touched on this before. My core audience knows about this kind of stuff, but yeah, there is some science now with quantum physics and whatnot that prove that, you know, there are underlying dimensions, and things are coming through that.
Yeah. Have you or do you meditation? Like
yeah, not as much as I should anymore. Yeah. But yeah.
There was I think it's so. One of my friends got me into doing this like hemi-sync like meditation. Yeah. And like it was like there was like that CIA like document or whatever. Yeah, I did a documentary on that and stuff. Yeah, like that. So I was doing that for like the longest time. Like so like I was going through like each tape like they had, and like I was trying to do it, like it was like the gateway thing, like whatever that is. That what it's called? Yeah, so it's hemi-sync is like the method, and then gateway is kind of like the program. Yeah, so I was like doing I was like using all those gateway like those audio things, and doing that. What's his name? The dude who started it. I forgot his name, but I forgot his name too. The Academy's still around. The Academy's still around, and they still do a lot of cool work. Yeah, I was doing that for like probably like 2 months, and like one time, this was like the weirdest experience I had with it. Also, there's some stuff about ghosts like in that document that they released. Yeah. Like interdimensional beings, all kind of stuff. I love that document. I read it like a few years ago, and it changed my life. Like I always tell people like, you got to read this shit. Like I think everybody should read this shit. Like it breaks down the universe and multi-dimensionality like in such a simple way. Or like saying that time travel is possible. It all is like theoretically, you know. It's just, we haven't really figured out how to get to that point. But Tesla was working on that shit. Robert Monroe. Was the guy's name. Yeah, because it's the Monroe Institute. Yeah. But real quick, I want to tell you this story the other night. So we live in the country of Fallbrook. It's like this. It's this super old countryside of San Diego. Yeah. And it used to be where the Grand Dragon of the KKK was stationed. What the fuck? Yeah, so there's a lot of KKK history and probably lynchings and shit like that. And since me and my girl have lived there for about a year, we've had a lot of weird experiences. Like really weird shit. We can get into some of it, but I want to tell you the other day, for the past few nights, I've been there by myself. Yeah.
which is unusual because whatever, that's beside the point. But I've been there by myself the past few nights. And I'm also a musician, so sometimes I like to make music at night just to kind of unwind
Yeah.
and therapize. But for some reason, every time I make music there, like something in the air, like some entity, it feels like pops up, and like I'm always like turning around, like what the fuck is that? Like I'll be like, laying down my verse, and I'll just feel this cold chill of like somebody behind me.
Oh my
I just told
God.
my girl that the other day. I'm like, dude, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, whenever I try to make music there, like something is showing up. Maybe just vibing with me. I don't know, but it's like
Yeah,
it's
that's
there. I'm just like,
terrifying.
yeah, like
dude.
it's to the point where I'm like turning around, like, dude, who's there? Like, chill out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, ghosts, crazy shit. We could go on all day, dude. I got a lot of stories. I grew up in a Mexican family, so
Yeah,
we're all
yeah.
about that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Those fucking duendes, the little, all kinds of shit. But
Yeah.
so the last question I have about that, and feel free to talk more about it if you want.
Yeah.
But the last question I really have about that is, what really drove you? Besides, I know when you were a kid, it was just like probably the fun in it. But like as
Yeah.
you got older, what really drove you to like continue doing that?
I mean, it was just, I guess it's mainly just like I want to believe that there's ghosts and stuff. And
What would that do for you if there were real?
I don't know. I think it would just like that would. I don't know if it would really do anything except for probably make my life scarier. I don't know. I just always interested in that stuff. Like I've been always really drawn to like horror movies and like just weird stuff and like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something that interests me. I'm not really sure like what like really like pushed me into it, but it's just been something I've been sort of drawn to like since I was younger. I mean, also like I don't necessarily want to contact any of my family members that have passed, but like I've had a lot of like family members like pass away like early on in my life. So like death has always been like very like in my life and like interesting, I guess, to me, because it's like what happens, and like are like that kind of stuff.
It's the
I guess.
gnarliest thing, right? How like somebody can be here and then they're just gone.
Yeah, it's just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I just one of my dog passed away recently of 11 years. And I don't know why that one hit me so hard. Like I've had like family members pass away, but we just been through so much, me and him, because he was like the first dog that was like really, really mine, and I took care of him. But I'm just like, damn, dog, like you're really just gone. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's sad and like I don't know. I remember when I was a little kid, like even like I remember like here like because I grew up in like a religious home, like we were talking, there's all the talk of like heaven and hell and like being good.
Yeah, so how do you feel with that now? Are you still like?
I mean, I don't like. I'm not like against religion,
Yeah.
But if that works for you, then do that, or like. But like I don't know. I think there definitely is some, like in my head, like I think there's like there is something, I feel like. I mean, I pray to something. There's something that's like. I don't know if it's like just like a dude or what it is, but like
just a dude.
but like whatever it is, there's like something that's like.
So you would say you're more like, would you say you're more of the light?
Yeah.
Like you still believe in like the light, the good.
Yeah. Definitely. And I mean, because there's definitely still good and bad. So yeah.
Okay. Was there a point in your life where you were like in the Christianity?
Yeah, there definitely was. And I mean, like, sometimes I feel like, there definitely was, and I feel like there's some, like, good stuff that can come from Christianity, but, like, I just don't, like, then there's a lot of it where I'm just like, I don't know if I fuck with this,
I know. I've got to put money in this basket every week.
Yeah, it's
God
like,
damn.
But, I don't know, it's just, like, there's, like, my uncle's a pastor.
Yeah.
And, and like so just growing up, it was just like a little bit like more in my life than like, I feel like it probably normally would have been.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was like, I even remember like when I was a kid, like thinking like, oh yeah, like, when like, I remember like my grandma saying something like, well, when you die, like you're going to go to heaven and then you're going to like, you're just going to be like singing like praises and stuff like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, dude, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, like, but like, and then also I remember like at a really young age thinking like that it's like, okay, so like eventually like this right now, like what is happening, for, like me being alive will not be a real, like I will not, that will end.
Yeah.
And I was like having such a hard time like like thinking, like I would just be like freaking out about that.
Really?
Like being like, yeah, like I'm being probably like 9 or 10 years old, like thinking like, dude, like so eventually like this whole thing will be over. And like over.
It's such a crazy
and then
thing to
like
ponder, yeah.
then eventually it's like then does it start again somehow? But like will I not remember any of this? Will it just be done? Like what is that? Like that's a crazy concept to think about.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing when I was a kid. I remember when I was like, around the same age, like 7 to 9. I would just I would try to ponder nothingness.
Yeah.
Like, what if nothing ever existed? Like, how does that work? You know?
Yeah.
So it's just mind-boggling. But
Yeah.
okay.
Like, oh, one more thing before I forget it. So that the Monroe Institute stuff. So I was doing that meditation stuff for like the longest time, and I remember one day like I fell asleep, and one day I was doing the meditation, like legit fell asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, oh man, like I look at my phone and it's like I take off my headphones and I was like, oh God, like, you know, this, I guess I just fell asleep and didn't finish that one. And then I walked downstairs and like my roommate's down there and I'm talking to him and I'm like, yeah, like blah, 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 just talking about some random shit. And then like mid conversation while I'm talking to him, I wake up and I'm actually in my bed. Dude, it like freaked me out, dude.
Yeah.
And then like I walked downstairs and like, did I come down here and talk to you? And he was like, no. It was so weird, dude.
Like an out of body, like
Yeah. Yeah, it was like so bizarre. But I never like had any like other experiences with that. But that was like the weirdest thing that happened to me while doing it.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, it's like sort of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple astral projection experiences, but they were never by will. I never like tried to do it. When I was like 13, 14, I started reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean.
Yeah.
Familiar with it?
Oh, I've heard of it, yeah.
It's a trip. It's a really weird book. I'd check it out. It's weird. Like anytime I read it, something really weird happens. But the first time I started reading it at like 13, 14, I like went to bed, had my first astral projection experience. It wasn't crazy. I just like, I got up to go to the bathroom, but like every time I tried to go, like I would just like fall to the floor like a feather kind of.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
Whatever. But then like, I had another experience, same thing. I opened up the book, was researching the occult more heavily at this time when I was like 16. Read the book, went to bed that night, and then but this time I knew what astral projection was.
Yeah.
So like it happened again, and I was like, oh shit, I'm astral projecting.
Yeah.
You know? And then I like looked around my room and stuff, and I went to the hallway, and I encountered this like negative energy entity.
Yeah.
This is like darkness. And the book teaches you how to expel those entities and shit. And so like I did the method it told you to do, which is like just like burst into light pretty much.
Yeah.
To put it simply, and like the thing vanquished or whatever. But it was super weird. Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is like I still didn't really believe it. I was like, there's no way that just happened, you know? And then like the next morning my mom took me for breakfast.
Yeah.
She was like, is everything okay with you? I'm like, yeah, why? And she's like, because last night I like passed by your room and felt such a heavy energy, I had to like stop and pray for you.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, like like I tried to do some sort of, I remember reading about astral projection online once when I was like pretty young. And I was like, okay, like I remember like for some reason I like I was like taking a bath and like I usually take a shower, but like I filled up the bathtub and I was like just sitting in the water and I was like trying to fucking like astral project and like it was like a really like weird experience.
Yeah. What happened? Did you get
No, I remember I was just like trying like, okay, let's try to go to like the other side of town.
Just cruise over there.
Yeah. And like that's what I would just do like that sometimes.
Fucking astral project, door dashing and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, dude. Yeah, I mean, I would love to talk more about that, but we got to get some other stuff too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're Zackass,
Yeah.
of course. So how did you get into like wanting to do stunts and stuff, and then how did that lead to you getting discovered by Steve-O? It was, right?
Yeah. So what happened was, when I was growing up, like I got a video camera when I was like 10 years old, and then I got other ones along the way too, but it's better ones. But I got a video camera when I was 10, and then I started filming like little short films and stuff with my friends, and then it always ended up being us doing stunts and like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And because we were just inspired by Jackass and all that kind of stuff, and it was and we just had a lot of fun filming like crazy things. And eventually when I got older, like I started doing like pretty pretty gnarly stuff actually. Like when I got into high school is when I really like started doing like stunt stuff, because at
Where'd you go to
first
school? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Indiana, like near Gary, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
When I was in high school is when I really started like trying to do more like stunt stuff, and I had some like success with like some viral videos back then, and then I started like having like TV. There was a bunch of different like TV shows like when I was in high school, where it was like there was like True TV, which is like a digital cable channel, and there would be like top 20 dumbest or top 10 daredevils or whatever, like all those kind of shows like that. And then like eventually Ridiculousness became a thing, and Tosh.0 was a thing.
Oh yeah.
And there was like just all the, and like there's also still America's Funniest Home Videos and stuff too. But all these kind of shows were like, after I would post them on YouTube or MySpace or whatever, they would like, I would get randomly one day I got an email from some company, or like a message on one of the sites, and they were like, yeah, like we want to license your video, we'll pay you X amount of money. And then I was like, oh, I can make money from this, because this is before like I didn't really have like I wasn't making money on YouTube. I was just posting my crazy stuff with my friends. And then I started like getting hit up by tons of people, because like we were posting like pretty gnarly stuff. Like one of the first things that I did that went viral actually was I lit myself on fire, like just because I wanted to do like a full burn, like pretty much you would do if you were a stunt person. And like I looked up like the safest way to set yourself on fire.
Yeah.
And like I won't tell like the exact thing that I did, but I got the stuff that I was supposed to get, and I wore like layers of clothing and tried to do it, and I got like a little tiny burn, because I was wearing a hoodie with a zipper on it, and the zipper got really hot and burnt me. But like other than that, I was fine, and that went kind of viral. And then after that, like then I started like doing things where I'd get hit in the nuts with like different stuff, and like the craziest stuff I could find to hit me in the nuts with. And all that stuff was like doing pretty well. So we just kept, I just kept filming a bunch of stuff for like a while, even after high school. And then I stopped filming crazy stuff for like probably like 4 years. And then I went to jail for weed.
Oh damn.
And I like quit. I ended up like leaving my job at Walmart because I had to go to jail for weed.
Yeah.
And I was in jail for a month, and then when I got out, I was like, okay, like I want to do what I want to do, because I was like not happy working a regular 9 to 5. Like I've always wanted to like make movies or like do crazy stuff, like or just have some sort of job making videos, in some way. Yeah. And so I started filming like the craziest stuff I could think of when I got out of jail. Mm-hmm. And like the first thing I did was I found there's a skate park, because I was living in a different part of Indiana at this time. And there's a skate park, and I saw some video online of someone just trying to do like this spine transfer, but they like stall on the spine, and then the board breaks and they nutshot on the spine. Yeah. And I was like, what if I just I like looked at the nearest skate park, and they had this huge bowl you could skate in, and there's a spine in it. And I was like, what if I just put the skateboard out in the middle of the spine, and then I ran and jumped like onto it? Yeah. So I was like, dude, if I do that, like it will, like I didn't really, I had an Instagram, but I wasn't really using it. I wasn't making content, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm going to put the skateboard out there. I did it, nut shot, worst nut shot of my life. It was horrible. And I posted it on, I think I put it on YouTube. I didn't even put it on Instagram yet. I didn't even think about Instagram being like a good outlet.
Back then it really wasn't.
And yeah, so I just did it. And dude, so like one of my friends messaged me like, hey, like this big page like reposted your nutshot video, like the video of you like jumping on the skateboard. And I was like, no way. And then I messaged a page and I was like, hey, that's me in the video. Could you tag me in it? And they did, and they tagged me in it. And then like a bunch of other pages were posting it. And I hit up all the pages they were like doing it. And then I started getting followers from it. And then I was like, okay, like Instagram seems pretty legit. So then I started posting on there. Like,
what were you going by back then?
I was just going by like, it was, I don't even remember. It was just Zach, or it was like Zach something. I don't remember. I didn't even have, it wasn't Zackass yet. Then I ended up like doing, like I think the next thing that I did, like the next big thing was the firecracker vest. And I had like a bunch of rolls of firecrackers around me. And I taped them to my body and I lit them, and then that went super viral. And I got hit up from Steve-O after that. And also right before, like I got hit up from Steve-O about it, but then I also got hit up by this production company and they wanted to like make some sort of pilot or something with me. So I had that going, and I had all these other like viral videos, like, you know, like in between that time. And that company was like, yeah, like we want to make this TV show with you. And the guy used to be the CEO of Viacom, like he had just left, and like now he had his production company. His name was Van Toffler, and he was just like, yeah, we want to make the show. And we ended up filming like a pilot for that show, and then it got picked up by MTV, and then I had a season of a TV show.
Was it the Fail Army show?
No, it was called Too Stupid to Die. So I had some of my friends that I filmed with when I was younger too in the show. And we just made we got to do one season of a show for MTV, which was fun.
Wow.
And then after that, you know, it was only on regular TV though. So it wasn't nothing, like not a lot really happened after that. And especially because like if to get like a second season on like regular TV, you have to, and that was like at a time when streaming is becoming like a huge thing. You know?
Regular TV was for like people in like hotels or something.
Like, so it's like we got like decent viewership on the show, but it wasn't enough for them to be like, it wasn't enough for them to be like, yeah, we're doing season 2. It was just like, oh, this is fun, this is good. Like it's, you know, they weren't like pissed off, but it was just like, But you have to do like amazing for them to be like, you know, you're getting season 2. And sometimes even if you do really good, they're just like, no. Like,
damn, standards are pretty high.
Shit. So, but yeah, we end up doing that. We did that show, and then I was just sort of in like a limbo because I was like, dude, what am I supposed to do now? And then I got hit up. Then like, you know, but in between the time of doing the TV show, Steve-O hit me up, and then I filmed a really viral video with him. And that was the cactus thing. And that was really fun. Like it was awesome. Like, you know. Was
that his idea?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was his idea. He was just like, hey man, like, let's film something. We got to film something together. Like you're really gnarly. And I was like, fuck yeah, like I'm down. And he flew me out to LA, and you know, I come out, and he like literally like right before I'm getting on the plane, he's like, how do you feel about cacti? And I was like, I don't know, I'm down for whatever. And I get there, and I'm thinking like he has like some cactus plants or something, and then it's like this way bigger thing, you know, and we try to make it seem like I'm gonna jump over all the cacti, and then ends up, you know, there's no way I would ever do that. You know, he got Tony Hawk to do a cameo in the video. It was cool. but yeah, and then I did the stunt, and I skateboarded into all the cacti, and I ended up having cactus needles in me for like 3 months after that, dude. Like, it was bad. It looked really bad.
Is it like you just like finding new ones and taking them out like every other day?
Well, yeah, because like we tried to get them out like by using duct tape and like pulling them out. We tried just pulling out as many as we could, but dude, there were so many in me. It was bad. And like the other thing was, like, I started like feeling like, I was like, oh man, like I don't really feel good. And then they took me to the doctor, and they were like, so it was funny. They weren't even worried about the cacti needles at all. They were more worried about how bad my sunburn was. Like, I got so sunburned, like filming the video for some reason.
Yeah.
And they gave me
yeah, you got thousands of needles in you, but man, your sunburn's like terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. So they ended up giving me like a steroid like shot or something, and they gave me something else, and then they gave me antibiotics so like for the needles and everything. And they're like, the needle, because I thought they were gonna help me take the needles out, and they're like, oh no, those will just come out by themselves.
It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I was pulling them out for like 3 months after that. But yeah, it was totally worth doing though, because like it's a crazy video, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
but
then
like,
launch your career into
yeah,
Zackass and
yeah, like that, and yeah, the cactus and doing the firecracker vest were like both very, very painful things. But if I wouldn't have done them, I wouldn't be here right now. So yeah.
So how do you manage the pain? Like, you just
yeah, I mean, back then, there was a lot, like, so it was, I do feel like I have a slightly higher pain tolerance, but it's like only like if I'm doing like some stunt thing, but like, I don't know, it got really crazy to the point where like, because I also like, I used to like, I've been sober now for like it's been 2 years and like 4. It's almost 2 years and 5 months actually.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, and I tried getting sober a couple of times, like in between, like, you know, when I first started going viral, like around the TV show and stuff, and you know, it didn't really work out. Like, you know, it was just a lot of failed attempts, you know.
Yeah.
But
what were your like drugs of choice at the time?
Yeah, I mean, it was mainly just like painkillers and like benzos and stuff. Like the benzo thing was because like when I was really little, after my mom passed away when I was 10. Oh. And then I had like horrible anxiety, and I got prescribed Xanax when I was 10 years old. Whoa. And so like I had that like in my life, like really young, too young, honestly. But but at the time I don't even really I'm not even like, I wouldn't even be like upset. I'm not even upset like really at the doctors for giving me Xanax that young, because it was so bad, like my anxiety and stuff. Because after my mom passed away, I thought like everyone else in my family was gonna die. You know, like I was having such bad anxiety, like overthinking, like when's this person gonna die? Like when am I gonna die? You know, that like it was probably actually necessary to some point, but then eventually it wasn't anymore, you know.
Yeah, you have to get to that at some point.
Yeah, it's just like, it's a tricky thing, you know. It's like those kind of drugs are really tricky.
Yeah, so 10 years old, and then how long did you carry it for?
I mean, till when I was like 18, and then I started like abusing it, like when I was 18. And then that's when it got like a lot worse, and then like painkillers came into the mix and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it wasn't good, you know. But eventually though, like, you know, so Steve-O like sort of introduced me to like getting sober, and I like, yeah, no, he didn't sort of, he did. Yeah. You know, he introduced me to getting sober. No. And like at first when that happened, like when he was trying to help me to get sober, like it didn't go that well, and we ended up like, we stopped talking to each other and stuff about like because of it, and like just because of like how I was acting. And like then eventually though, like I was like, if he wouldn't have done that, you know, if he wouldn't have tried to help me when he did, I wouldn't have known what to do to like stay sober, like I wouldn't have known what to do, like just so it would.
Yeah, like you learned.
Yeah, without that experience, I wouldn't have learned like what I should do.
Yeah.
When I actually wanted to do it, because you have to want to do it.
Yeah. So
Otherwise
you
it's
weren't
not going to
ready
work.
the first time.
Yeah, I wasn't really willing. I was just sort of doing it because I was like, oh, like this will help. This will be fine. Like. And maybe I can just do drugs sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But
I feel you. Yeah, I'm on a sober journey right now. Kind of the longest I've ever done, like 9 months.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Oh, that's great though, dude.
Thank you. Yeah. Alcohol and cocaine, that was my thing.
Yeah.
Started young, smoking weed like everybody in Southern California.
Yeah.
Smoking weed at like 12. Drinking habitually by 13, 14.
Yeah.
Got into cocaine at like 21. And it was just a hell ride ever since,
Yeah, no, I feel you, dude.
But so I love hearing sobriety stories. I heard a little bit about yours before, so I love like listening to sobriety content or whatever. Cause for me, it's like a form of AA.
Yeah.
Put a podcast on or whatever to hear other people's stories helps.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I mean, I was just doing crazy stuff, and then I would like get fucked up after,
Yeah.
And then when, eventually, like, I was just like, dude, I gotta like change my life around, like this isn't helping me at all. And then, my life has been much better since like quitting doing drugs, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's been so much better, and I actually remember things, and like,
I can remember. I can find my keys.
Yeah, I can find my keys. I'm like, not like, I don't know. I feel better overall, and it's totally, I don't know. It's totally worth getting sober and trying, and like, anyone out there that is like scared, you're gonna probably fuck up multiple times before it works. It happens. Like that's how it, it doesn't have to be like that. You can legit just stop, not like, with the right help you can stop and then not do it again. But it's people have fuck ups. Like it happens. Not everyone's perfect.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey.
You stumble before you start running.
Yeah.
So what was that like moment for you where you're like, you know what, like this is it, like I'm good, like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, like, one of, like, the moment that I was like, okay, like, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
I'm just wondering, like, what was that, like, moment, that final moment when you're like, yeah, like, I need to stop doing this?
It was.
I guess like they say your rock bottom moment, but it's not always like rock bottom. It's just a moment where you like come to.
Yeah, I think it was literally just like one day I was just like, yeah, like I don't want to do. I literally just remember waking up and being like I don't even want to like go buy drugs anymore. It seemed like a chore just to go get the drug. Like I was like, dude, I just felt like defeated, And I was like, I don't even want to do this anymore. I'm like, so I ended up just like, just having to stop. Dude.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful thing when people get to that point where it's like, you're just like, you know what, I'm over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just over it. I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just over it.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes life hard.
Yeah, no, it does. It really does. And then I did, but yeah, like I did Jackass, like all like completely sober. That was difficult. That was difficult.
Oh yeah, now you got the pain killers.
Yeah, because it was bad, dude. It was really bad. Yeah. I mean, like I ended up fucking up like after the fact that the movie, like after the movie came out, there was like a relapse there, and then, but after that, then I've been good like since then. So nice. Yeah.
Nice. So, all right. So, Steve-O discovers you. You can do the cactus thing.
Yeah.
And then, at what point are you asked to actually join the team and become Zackass?
Okay. So, yeah, that was like I do the cactus thing, and then like things like get. I do the cactus thing, and then I had the MTV show. It was probably like the MTV show. I knew I wasn't getting like a season 2, and like I think it was like because it aired like I think in the fall of 2018, and then like I heard from like I ended up hearing from the Jackass guys in like sometime in 2019.
Okay.
I heard from, so because there was because the production company that made my show, like one of those guys was also a he used to be a producer on Jackass. Like I heard something that like I was like yeah, I heard they might be making another Jackass. Someone's like, that's what I was told one day.
Yeah.
And I was like fuck, like for real.
Yeah.
So then like I was like thinking like fuck dude, if they make another Jackass and like I don't know about it, like I'm not like in it, I would like that. I was like, dude, that would suck.
Yeah.
And
so
like
you felt
then,
at that point like that was your mission. Like I gotta be in this movie.
yeah. But then like but yeah, so randomly though one day I was just like it's like randomly, like I think in the summer of like 2019 I got hit up by like some random account on like Instagram, and I thought it was like fake, but it was this one of the producers from Jackass. I looked up their name and everything. I was like, oh, they've actually worked on all the stuff, and they just sent me a DM, and they were like, hey, like, you know, we want to talk to you about this like anniversary special for Jackass. They said they were making some documentary. Like they didn't say that it was actually Jackass.
Oh wow.
And they were just like, yeah, we want to talk to you. We want to talk to like like-minded people about Jackass and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up having to like sign an NDA, and then the next thing I know, I'm like in the office with Jermaine and Knoxville, and they were just telling me, like, we were talking about Jackass, we were talking about like things that I would want to do like in a special, in like this like documentary thing.
Yeah.
And they like, I pitched them a bunch of ideas, and then like we were just talking about stuff, and I was like, I'm so down, like let's do it. And then I had another meeting with them, and then like they told me like, yeah, it's for them, we're making another movie, it's, you know, we want you to be in it in some capacity. And then like I think it was December of 2019, we shot like, they're like, we're gonna do this test shoot, that's what they told us, with like some newer people and see how it vibes with the original cast members.
Yeah.
And then show that to Paramount, and then see if it gets greenlit, you know. And we shot the stuff, and then they were like, yeah, we're good to go, we're making the movie. And then literally like in 2020 we started filming. And it was so crazy. It was like insane to me to think, like, growing up watching these guys, now I get to work with them.
Yeah.
Even like when we were doing the test shoot, like it was insane to me, because I was like, I've been on some sets like doing some stuff.
Yeah.
But it was like, it felt like a whole other level, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
so prior to that, were you did you already give up the 9-to-5 life and were just like hustling as a content creator, or?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just had the MTV show, and I was just doing content creator stuff mainly.
So then shortly after that, did like your life change, like financially and stuff, or?
Yeah, like somewhat. I mean, like there were me like so like doing the MTV show, and then doing and then like the content creator stuff was good. Like I was getting by, but like it wasn't that good, because like I also had like been like, that was like right after there was a bunch of, between like the MTV show and me doing Jackass, there was a lot of me like relapsing and like not, and then like things just, me not making the best financial decisions, you know?
Yeah, I know about that.
It was like sort of just like, you know, getting by, and then like that movie, like then that helped so much, like, you know, like, and then being able to do the movie sober, and like it felt great, you know, like it felt really good.
Awesome. Yeah, everything just came together.
Yeah.
You're living your highest self at that point.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. And so when did the last movie come out that you were in?
So it was in so the movie came out in 2022. And so the other thing is, like, so when we were filming, it was like kind of, So we started filming like a week before COVID happened.
Yeah. Everything's just all.
Then everything shut down for like 6 or 7 months, and then we got to start filming again. We filmed for a couple months, and then then the movie came out, and it was supposed to come out in October of 2021, and then it ended up being what? Yeah, it's supposed to come out October 22nd. Oh, yeah. And we ended up, it was supposed to come out then, and we ended up like having to push it because of COVID restriction. It's like we were like worried about people like going to wanting to go to the theater.
Yeah.
During that time. So then we ended up came out in 2022, and then not long after that, then like later on that around like the end of that year I think or something is when Jackass 4.5 came out, and that came out on Netflix. And then after that, like we did the Shark Week. There was 2 different Shark Week Jackass specials that we did too. We did Jackass Family Feud, and yeah.
Nice. And so where are you at with the crew now? Are you like working on projects with them now, or?
There's nothing like in the works at the moment. Hopefully we get to do more stuff in the future. That would be sick. I'd love to.
Yeah. How did the name Zackass come about? Was that dawned upon you, or did you?
Yeah. So Steve-O, one day when we were like, when we were working together, like, or when I first met him, like, we were making content together and stuff. And like not long after we did the cactus thing, he was like, yeah, dude, like, we're he was wait, what did he say? Fuck. He was like, yeah, we're going to you're gonna need to cut this part out. Okay, so what he said, he was like, hey dude, log out of your Instagram and log back in. He just called me one day, and he got them to change my Instagram name to Zackass, like randomly.
What the heck?
And I was like, what the fuck?
I just did it behind.
Yeah, I was like, that's sick. And he's like,
so
it's
weird.
Better for branding. And it was a great decision.
That's a trip. So he's got some connections over there. Hey, Steve-O, don't change my name.
Yeah.
Just fucking changes it to like some crazy shit.
Yeah, it was great.
I eat dicks. Like, what the fuck? Just log in and shit. Like, he has the power to just change people's names. Yeah. That's crazy. I was going to say, Zackass. Okay. Something was on my mind. All right, cool. So you're doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, that just floated away from my head. Cool. Word. So nothing in the mix right now. He came up with the name. Yeah. And so that was quite a while ago, 2022, 25. So like from then till now, what's been like your main hustle or your main?
Oh
mission?
yeah, I've been doing my main thing right now has been doing stand-up comedy.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So I've been doing a lot of stand-up. That stand-up is really fun. I really love doing stand-up. Like I really do. It's really fun. But yeah, I've just been getting better at doing stand-up. I went out on to different states and done some touring, just doing stand-up here in LA, and then I've been going out, like I'm doing some tour dates in September. So yeah. Other than that, I've mainly just been like doing content creator stuff and like just that really.
Yeah, I remember what I wanted to say. I should have said this in the beginning, but I want to give a shout out to my homie Rocker Joe for putting this whole thing together. Usually I like to start off my show by like kind of telling a little backstory on how I meet my guests.
Yeah.
So shout out Rocker Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going to put your link in the description. I've interviewed him, so go check out his stuff.
Yeah, go check it out.
He's from the awesome metal band Most Hated. How did you guys meet?
I met him just because of his band. Actually, I fucked with the music. I had him on my podcast, and that's how I met him.
Fuck yeah. So you discovered his music first?
I had known about him online, and then like I think maybe he followed me either way. But then I listened to the music, and I was like, oh, it's sick.
Yeah. He's a wild dude, man. Yeah. We go way back, fucking early high school days.
Oh hell yeah.
He was one of the craziest fools, like pounding bottles, dude. Like it's just crazy shit. He was known for that. He was known for like, oh fucking Joe, dog, he'll just pound a whole handle to his dome, dude. Like it was like a phenomenon. But yeah, he's a good dude, man. Good guy.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, bro. So, all right. I feel like we covered a lot, but you know, we still got some time. So
Yeah, let's talk about whatever.
What are just to fucking shoot the shit? You know, like what are your thoughts on? What are some of your favorite conspiracies? Like, are you a conspiracy dude, or are you kind of like?
No, I mean, I go down like YouTube rabbit holes all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite conspiracies, like, I mean, when I was, like, my birthday is 9/11, so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
really?
so, like, 9/11 was always
You're
really.
like, happy birthday, Zach.
Yeah.
Blowing out the
like,
candle.
messed up. Yeah. So, yeah, like, that's always been very interesting to me. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy though, like, because back around, like, well, especially when it happened, but, like, saying it, even, like, years after, being like, oh, this is that was an inside job. Like, that was, like, kind of, like, something that if you said that, people would be like, what, dude, shut up. Like,
right.
no way. And then, like, now if you say
the
that,
troops
now if you say that, like, it's like, dude, people are like, yeah.
Yeah. And what, bro?
Yeah, that's really interesting to me.
It's like, bro, you're still stuck on 9/11? Like, dog, catch up. We're talking about interdimensional beings now. Like, we're trying to figure that shit out, dog.
Yeah. Like, what's one of your favorite ones?
I think my favorite thing to study is consciousness.
Yeah.
Really? You know what I mean? I'm not like really, you know, this is the funny thing that I think about sometimes. It's like, do people really believe this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm in that space, in that field, whatever, and you know, there are people that like truly believe the earth is flat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna doubt it, but I don't like live my life off of that shit. Like walk around like, oh shit, this shit is flat, homie. Like, you know, like, so I don't really like, I'm kind of, I'm an existentialist, to say the least. Like, to me, everything is consciousness. It's all like multidimensional, you know, but not like in a fucking Marvel movie kind of way. It's more like, it's just quantum physics, you know? So I guess my favorite thing, I guess, when it comes to conspiracies is the whole idea of consciousness. Like the mind and the body are separate. It's my favorite thing. When I was younger though, like I was one of those people that was like, reptilians are real, dude. Like, like I was freaking out about it and shit. And the Illuminati too. That was like the first one for most of us. And it's actually the first documentary I made for YouTube. And it went viral, but then YouTube took it down and shit. This was back in like 2016 or something. But the Illuminati, but it's crazy. Like as I've gotten older, I've realized a lot of it is like misunderstood and like exaggerated. Like for example, the dude who started the Illuminati was real. It was based out of Bavaria, Germany. And the dude that started it, Adam Weishaupt, was a 24-year-old college liberal. But like, to my mind, kind of a badass liberal. And I know people are going to eat me up in the comments for that. But like, he was badass because he was actually trying to go up against the mainstream of his day. Like, he was trying to take down the church, the academia, and like instill his homeboys like in all that shit. So he like created the blueprint for like infiltrating institutions and shit like that. But he got ousted and kicked out of Germany and lived to be an old man and wrote a lot of like really like deep philosophical shit. So like I had "fuck Illuminati" tattooed on my rib cage. Like literally like, but I had my homie go over it with a Sphinx because I just got older and I was just like, man, I'm not like this like angsty like teen like fuck Illuminati anymore. Like I have a more mature view on it. Like, okay, he wasn't really a bad guy. He was fucking nuts for sure. You know what I mean? So I still have Illuminati, but I went over the fuck with a Sphinx. So it's just a Sphinx now and Illuminati under it. But yeah, I don't know. You know, you grow up and you start to look at things differently. You know, yeah, man. So you're doing comedy now. So how many states have you traveled to do comedy?
I think just like I've done Arizona, I've done Nevada, I've done Michigan, it's a good question. I've never even thought of this actually. I've done Massachusetts.
Dude, Howard Stern's got nothing on me, bro.
in Pennsylvania. I've done. I think it's like maybe like 8 so far. I'm gonna add like 4. I'm adding 3 more in September, so that'll be cool.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you booked to like like close to like 10 different states, something like that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like just trying to get out there more and do stand up, and just keep doing that and keep getting better at it.
You know, I love comedy too. I grew up with comedy, like in my house and everything. And I'm a writer at heart. That's like the first thing I really started doing when I was a kid. But I love writing comedy. Like I have in my notes pad just like endless like ideas for stand up. I've never gone out to do it yet, but it's my goal to one day do it.
Oh yeah, dude, hit an open mic and try it. Dude. It's worth trying. Seeing what works and what doesn't, it's always really fun. And then like sometimes it's just like how you say it too, and it's like you can be like it can be like literally just something like that. Also, like it just depends. Like there's so many factors. It could be how you say it. It could be the crowd. It could be like the crowd just doesn't care about that topic. It could be like, or it could be that it's not funny, or it could be that it is funny. You know? It's like who knows? You know?
That's what I love about it. It's like it's a craft. There's so many intricacies that the average like person doesn't pick up on. Like the average person's like, oh, that wasn't funny, but it's like, bro, you're not looking at like the faces, like the gestures, like the vocal fluctuations. You know, the timing. It's like
timing is a huge thing too.
How was your first time? What was your first time like?
My first time doing stand-up was at the Comedy Store, actually, here in LA. And it's also like a really crazy first time doing stand-up because that's like a very like well-renowned place.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's like
and it was like, so like I got put on a show called the Goddamn Comedy Jam, and it's like you do a set and then you do karaoke, like you sing a song like at the end, and like it was packed house, you know, like most people when they start doing a stand up there, it's like a small little room, and like I was like, fuck dude, like I have to be funny, and like I did decent for my first set, you know, like ever. It was, but I had also sort of like, I've been writing down funny things. Like, or it's like, this could be a good joke. I've been writing stuff down for like a long time, like thinking like, oh, if I ever do stand up, I can use this, you know? And, so I ended up just I put together a set and what I would want it to be like. And then I just went and did it, and it went pretty good for the first time, but then they asked me to come back the next night, and this is like after Jackass came out, and that's how, like, you know, they like, oh yeah, he was just in a movie, like let's put him on the show, you know. So like, but it was literally like my second time doing stand up, and the second time it was I forgot.
They're just trying to play off of your
There was so I'm up there like really like big like funny comedians, you know, and like I'm like.
Who were some of the people you were with?
Like one of the shows, dude. Okay, I'm pretty sure the second night it was like I went up after like Andrew Santino, and like I did so bad. It was so I bombed so hard, dude. It was horrible. And then like the third time I did stand up, I think it was like the third or fourth time. It was at like the Hollywood Improv, and I had a cold open for someone, and the cold open's like a really hard, because it's like the very, very first person that's doing stand, like
cold open.
The cold open is like the first person that's opening up the show, and it's a hard spot to do, because I don't know, usually the cold open can suck pretty bad. And I cold opened and I bombed so hard, like the next comedian comes on and is like making fun of my set. And I'm just like, oh dude, fuck my life. I remember like walking out of there and like crying, dude. Like, dude. I was like, I just wanted to do good. But you know, I've bombed so many times, and like obviously like, you know, you have to bomb to get good. Or you can just be hilarious all the time, but I mean, I feel like that's not possible.
Unless you're fucking the greats or whatever. I'm also a plumber, and a saying that I have in my plumbing business is, master plumbers make master mistakes. Oh shit, I used to say that. I used to say that to when I was an apprentice, and I'd fuck up, I'd be like, hey bro, like master plumbers make master mistakes. So that's cool. So I like to study, the comedy world sometimes, and there's a couple of things that I picked up on. And is it kind of like when you get in the scene, you kind of like pick a crew of people and you kind of come up together? Or?
Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal, I think. Sometimes, like, yeah, it's good to have friends in comedy, and like coming up together with comedians is good, and like.
Has that been your experience, or has it been more like?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some people that'll like, I'll get to be on their shows and I'll have them on my show. Like if I have a show out here, like I'll have them on mine. Mainly, I'm not even, cause like, I'm not focusing on like doing my own shows in LA right now. So, but yeah, no, it is like that. Yeah, definitely. Like I'm mainly focused, like lately I've just been like focusing on just like, okay, getting to do a spot on someone else's show and just like getting better. Yeah. I'm not like, cause like at first, like, cause like, I mean, I started getting offered to do some headline spots. Yeah. Like really early on because of Zackass. And it's like, I wasn't ready for that at all.
So you said no?
Oh, no, I did it. And then learned that I was not ready. And so, yeah, I'm just like taking the spots as I get them.
That's a lot of pressure, bro. Like a fucking headline.
Yeah, no, it was like, headline? Like I only have maybe 20 minutes of material that works. And then, like the rest of it's me just like doing whatever.
Do you got any like OG comics in your corner right now, like helping you out or?
I mean, I'm about to go like not really, no. But I'm about to do some co-headlining with this dude Zach Amico, which will be cool. Okay. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I mean, we'll see where this all goes.
Dude, so this is a random question, and I've been wanting to ask a comedian this, and I don't know. So there's a thing that comedians do, and it's part of the rhythm, right? So like, let's say you say a joke, right? Yeah. And like as soon as you're done with the joke, they'll do something like, and or like I don't know how to describe it, but like let me just think of something if I can. Okay. Like you'll just say a joke. Like, this is not supposed to be funny, but just an example. You'll be like, like chairs are gay, and anyway, or like there's always like a weird little follow-up like thing.
Oh yeah.
Like anyway, or like what I mean? What is that? Is there a name for that?
I don't know. I mean they could be like, I guess they could be like sort of checking the tone of like what they said is fun is like if they should riff on it more maybe, or if they should move on. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know if I'm describing it right. Like, God, I wish. It's like a thing. They all do it, and I've peeped that game. So like when I'm writing my jokes,
I'm probably the worst comedian to ask.
Dude, there's got to be a freaking word for it because everybody does it, or not. I mean, like at some point, it's like I want to think of a good example of it, but it's like, man, I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna send it to you one day. Like, this is what I'm talking about right here.
It.
It's like an unspoken thing, like, but everybody does it. So it's like, what the hell? There's got to be a word for it. I don't know, but okay. I guess that mystery is unsolved. Word, dude. Word, man.
Also, I'm really like conspiracy wise. Not really. This isn't really conspiracy. But like I go down a lot of like, dude, I'll end up like watching about a bunch of stuff about cryptids and stuff, and like different like weird things, like fucking like cause you've heard of the Mothman.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, that was like a staple in my childhood.
So like, cause I've like over the last like few years, I think from like 2015 to now, there's been a decent amount of Mothman sightings in Chicago.
Still?
Yeah.
He's just out there now?
There's been some Mothman sightings in Chicago. And I was talking about this yesterday. I was like, dude, I want to see a movie where Mothman goes to O Block. Like that would be amazing, dude.
But like make it like serious.
Yeah, and they have to figure out how to deal with Mothman.
Just fucking all the gangs come together finally.
Yeah, they have.
Let's make a truce.
They have to unite to like fucking kill the fucking Mothman.
Kill this motherfucker. You ever seen the movie Ghost Dog?
No.
It's not a scary movie, but it's with Forrest Whitaker.
Okay.
And it's like I think from the 90s or something, but it's like a random cult classic.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker is this like fucking samurai dude with braids and shit. He like lives on the roof. And it's
I've heard about this actually. Yeah.
dope. And like RZA like did like the production for it.
Oh, that's
There's a
really
lot of,
cool.
like, RZA beats in it. RZA's in the movie. Like he does a cameo. But the reason I bring it up is like his Ghost Dog has this aura. He's got aura. He's like walking around like there's always like hip hop playing in the background when he's walking around. I'm like, they should make Mothman like that in the movie. Like he's like hooded out, like just walking around like just fucking with the hood, you know? Like, damn, I gotta get this motherfucker. But you ever seen the Mothman Prophecies, the movie?
Yes.
Dog, I have this bit that I want to do one day about that movie. It's like the whole movie is really all it is Mothman prank calling the guy. That's all he's doing, bro. He's like, I can see you. He's like, where are you? Like, he never shows up. He's just prank calling the guy. You know what I mean? Take your shirt off. Like, fuck, it's all movie's a prank call. That's all it is, dude. It's like, what the fuck? But no, it's funny because like when I was a kid, we grew up in San Marcos, and there's a lot of like Indian burial grounds kind of in that area.
Yeah.
And so like we grew up like liking paranormal shit too, and we'd always make a joke like, "Oh shit, it was Mothman, bro."
Yeah.
'Cause we had some weird shit going on, and we would also talk about like skinwalkers too.
Yeah. Skinwalkers are. That's also very interesting to me.
Yeah. Have you gone to the ranch?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet. That would be sick. I would like to do that.
Word, dude. Word, man. Have you ever had anybody do like a hypnosis on you or like an Akashic reading or something?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
All right.
I've never had that
I bring it up because my homegirl does that kind of stuff. And
Okay.
she did it. She's like learning, and she did one on me to kind of just like exercise.
Yeah.
And it was kind of creepy, dude. Like, she said that she saw these beings that have been surrounding me since I was like a kid.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to know if I have any of those.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, they've been with you for like a long time, and they said they have a contract with you. I'm like, well, I didn't fucking sign that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what?
the fuck? And she said they like these hooded figures with like jackal skeleton looking faces. I'm like, oh, great, dude. That's
Dude,
fucking
what
fun.
the fuck?
Yeah. But I'm just curious because you know you've dabbled into all this stuff, so like maybe there's some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Epic, bro. Well, I think we've kind of covered pretty much everything we could at this moment.
Yeah. We covered a lot.
Yeah, dude. I guess just the last question really is just like, where do you want to take your career? Where do you see yourself like going with all this?
Yeah, where do I want to go next? I mean, like, where's it going? Like, I mean, I just want to keep doing stand-up. I want to go on tour and just keep doing bigger, and like, hopefully I can, grow an audience and like keep doing like bigger and bigger shows. And I just want to make people laugh and entertain people. I've been like auditioning for some different like regular acting roles and stuff too. I want to get in some movies. We'll see. Hopefully that happens. Yeah, and I want to make some actual movies like eventually.
Yeah.
I really want to make a horror movie. I have a couple ideas for horror. Couple comedies as well. I just want to make stuff. Yeah. I just want to keep creating, and just entertain people.
Fuck yeah. Love it, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks for being here, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Any last message to the people? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Zackass, and check me out on YouTube, Maximum Zack TV. I'm gonna have that ghost hunting video from the Clown Motel on there soon. And yeah, dude, just thanks for watching. Absolutely. I'm gonna put all that down there in the proverbial link below. Thanks for being with us. You know what it is. We love you. Namaste. Peace. Peace. We did it, man. Hell yeah. Well, that's great. Word up. Yeah.